Hello, Cooler fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at the Montech HyperFlow ARGB 360 chart-topping AIO Giant. Ooh, that's a pretty bold statement to make. And we got some information there, but the specs are actually over here, which I will put on the screen right now. As with most other companies, they've got the foam on the top, and then they've got the cheap cardboard tray on the bottom. It doesn't impress whenever I see this. So the mounting kit is broken up into two parts. We've got the nuts and bolts here, and then the frames, and there's a comb for the tubes, just white tubes, tube combs. There is a little tube of thermal paste. The paste is unlabeled, but they also have this, and this is an application template. You remove all those, I don't know if you can see that or not, but all those dots, you remove those, and then you put the paste on here, and then you spread it out with the spatula, which I think is kind of silly. It really is not necessary. If you're working on an Intel CPU, which has gotten quite long, you definitely do not want to focus on just one square of area. You want to make sure that as much of that CPU surface, the IHS is what it's called, is covered. The fans appear to be connected. There is paste pre-applied to the, every time I pull on the plastic, the cover for the paste comes off. So be careful about that. Here's the water block. The word Montech is angled like this, which is going to frustrate people. Please don't mount it like this. Mount it with it sideways like this, or mount it like this to make sure that you don't get air trapped in here, given the fact that not only is the cold plate susceptible to not doing a good job when there's too much air in front of it, but also the pump, if there's too much air, will not work correctly. The tubes do rotate on the block, and it looks like we've got both PWM, surprisingly, as well as ARGB. So let's go ahead and examine that more closely. And here is what it looks like when it's lit up. Nothing fancy, but the name Montech is also lit up. Now we're going to listen to the pump. And here we go. We can hear air bubbles. And then speeding it up. Okay, so now I'm going to reorient this to try and get the air bubbles out. Which isn't always easy. And it's proving problematic with this one. Yeah, it's still struggling with the air bubbles. I think over time it would definitely quiet down, but it's hard to say for sure. The radiator is pretty standard. I see, oh, there is a fill port right here, so that's good. Let me turn off this pump since it's not cooperating as far as quieting down. I don't think you would probably hear it unless you're very sensitive if you had it in your case. So obviously now it's time to take a look at the fans. And they do have custom connectors on them. I don't know if these are JST or something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. It's a 7 pin. It reminds me of one of the ones I reviewed yesterday, or previewed yesterday. Has 7 pins also. You can see it like that. And it's daisy chaining all the way over to here, where it splits into PWM and standard ARGB. That's what the fans look like. Now let me turn them on for you. Oops. And I'm sure you can hear the noise coming out of this. And I have to say, the amount of air that is coming through is decent. Yeah, that's not shabby at all. So you could probably get by with just using the default fans without actually having to replace them. But still, I'm going to have you listen to the fans starting from low speed. So the top one doesn't want to keep spinning, but the other two do. That's interesting. Now the bottom one doesn't want to spin, so this is the best one, I guess, in the middle. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. It all works out in the end anyways. So, let me just adjust this a little bit. Now keep in mind this is blowing the other way. I think I heard a harmonic resonance. So yeah, it is kind of noisy, and you're definitely going to hear it when it's running full bore like that, when it's in your case. However, on the other hand, if you need a cooler to actually do a really good job of cooling, it looks like maybe this one is a good choice. I'm not sure which fans these are from Montech, but I'm glad they're not their Montech metal basic ones that are kind of crappy. These actually have some protrusions on the convex side of the blades. There are 3 of them per blade, with the smallest one being closest to the hub and the largest one being at the edge. There's chroming at the end here and also at the other end. Let me get that light back on for you. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So looking at the specifications, the pump seems to be fairly average, maybe a little bit above average, but there's not very much information that is of use other than the RPM, unfortunately. And then the fans, definitely, if the specs are true, the fans are really good. 2200 RPM, 76.2 CFMs, and 3.81 millimeters of water at 9.1 decibels. So that's really, really nice. I like the fact that they actually gave the current and power information for the LEDs on the pump and the fans. The tubes are 400 millimeters. And it's got, I feel like at this point, without having done any testing, that this is actually a really good AIO. The only thing that would make it better, in my opinion, at this point, would be a fan. But finding a fan that would really push it to the maximum might be a little bit challenging. But yeah, this is good. So thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day.
Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me. And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand, but and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.